From sunny San Diego, g'day, I'm Troy Hazard and we are getting down to business. Thanks for dropping by. If you haven't had a chance to drop by in the past, we're all about getting small business kick-started here in North America. And each week we get some smart people in to help us out. We get guys and girls that drop in with some tips and hints and things that might just help you drive your business into the future, maybe get you started in business or just make you better at business. And along the way, I'll try a few things in myself because I've had 11 different small businesses over the last 20 years and I'll give you my tips and hints as well. We are going to mess with your head. We're going to mess with your social media head for the next 45 minutes or so.
That is what we're doing.
Because that's what you've been doing for me for the last 18 months, so I think everyone should share the pain. If I've got to deal with it, so have you.
You should be able to tear an idea apart and rebuild it back, right? And I mean, I'll give you one story. We do these live events around the country called Lucky Napkin Live. And at one of our events, we had a gentleman who came up to us and he was in full regalia. I mean, full Cub Scout, Boy Scout, an overgrown Boy Scout, basically, right? And he had the hat on. Matter of fact, he looked like one of your guys, Crocodile Dundee a little bit, I think, right? So he comes there and he stands on line for a good 45 minutes. And the next thing you know, he steps up and he throws a lizard right on my shoulder. What the heck is this? He's like, no, wait. And all of a sudden he pulls out this little whip or whatever it was.
A lizard whip.
And he snatches the lizard off my shoulder. I says, what the heck is that? He said, it's a lizard loop. I'm going to sell millions of them. People all across America are going to buy.
There's so many people with lizards on them that need to remove their lizard. Get their lizard off, so to speak.
And I thought I was competing with this other crazy startup company that sold books. It's called Amazon.com. I was trading some emails with this guy, Jeff Bezos. It actually was doing very well. We had a little bit of a following. And in the middle of that, my brother-in-law called me in the middle of the night and he said, can you put Knowledge Cafe aside? I've got $1 billion idea.
The worst thing to do is to not respond to an IRS notice.
Okay.
Because the more notices the IRS sends and the less you respond, you're in an adversarial position. The IRS feels ignored. And they don't like to
like
feel
anybody
it.
else,
Yes.
really, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like your wife, really, isn't it, Michael?
You
don't talk to her, you ignore her, then you're going to be in trouble, aren't you? And it just manifests and gets worse.
Yes. All of a sudden, you built a resentment.
Tell us what the difference is between advertising and marketing, and more importantly, as you just pointed out, marketing strategy. Because most people just think it's a bunch of creative guys just coming up with ideas.
Well, for the most part, advertising is thought of as being inside of marketing.
And when I met him, I wasn't impressed with the way Denzel looked. I said, Denzel is not the best looking guy in the world, but women love him. And I go, I'm actually better looking than him. I'm just chubby. However, he walks into the room like he is the best looking guy there.
Right. He feels that.
That's his stride. And some days I walk like that, and some days I don't. And if you can take that with you into the room every time, you'll work every time you went for an audition.
When you started in the business, did you ever expect that the McDonald's would get to what it is today? Because it was a relatively emerging franchise operation when you joined way back when, wasn't it?
Well, it certainly was. I was very fortunate to stumble across McDonald's because when I started, it was the 18th McDonald's.
Wow. Branding is kind of like the overarching thing that a firm like yours looks at before they decide whether a company needs to do PR or publicity or something else. Is that
right?
How it works?
Yeah, because in the end, you want whatever you're showcasing, a client, a brand, whatever it might be, you want it to be recognized instantaneously, whether that be a visual recognition or an audible, I know exactly who that is or what that is. And I mentioned, I think before, Starbucks did an excellent job with this because for a long time they had the mermaid, and then they had Starbucks underneath. Now they don't have Starbucks underneath at all.
I see people spend millions of dollars on architecture and fittings and marketing, and I go, take 1% of that, just 1%, and use that to do effective training.
How do you steer me on a path to make sure that I've got the right fit, that I'm with the right group, that I've got the right match for what I'm trying to achieve in my personal life?
Well, Troy, it's a great question. People come to us all the time and they say, put me in a franchise where I can make the most money.
Of course.
And, I would like to do that. That'd be a great business. That would be a great business to get into. But the truth of the matter is that when you're looking for a business or a franchise, you need to find something that's going to be good for you and your family.
I think I get it. I'm Troy Hazard. This is Getting Down to Business. We're going to catch you next week.